So hello everyone, we are back again with our latest video on SQL tutorial Abikacho by Abikacho Groups. And this is the part 4 of Master SQL interview series, and we have already loaded the previous parts on our channel. So I will recommend you to go through the previous parts also so that you will be in sync with all the interview questions and gain lot of practice for your interview. So before proceeding with the first question, I want to wish you a good luck for your interview. So now move on to the first question of today's video. Okay. So basically in this video we have distributed it into two parts like set 1 and set 2 as we are doing in our previous videos also. So the first question for set 1 is like select second highest salary from company employee table. Let's move on to SSMS and check the company employee table first, and then we will proceed with the question. Okay. So move on to the database, and here we have our database which is interview series database 2025, and then move on to the tables. So here we have our company employee table, and this particular table we have used in the previous part 3 video also. So the both the tables are same only. So here we have the employee ID, first name, last name, employee mail ID, employee salary, date of joining, department, and then the gender. Okay. So now move on to the first question and paste this here. So what it is telling, so it is telling like select second highest salary from company employee table. So this is a very frequently asked question and a simple one only. Basically most of the people will make mistake on this, but this is a very simple question. So what we need to do, so first of all we need to select the top two salaries. So first of all select top two salaries and top two maximum salaries, like first highest and the second highest, both we will select first. So how to do this, select top two, top two, and the first name we want, first name, f name, comma, then we want the employee salary, emp salary from the company employee table, and then we need to order our record, order by employee salary, and in the descending order we need to do the ordering because we want the maximum top two salaries. Okay. So first of all these are the top two salaries. Okay. So this is the first highest, which is Jessica, and then Meena has the second highest. Okay, no, it is ordered by ascending because nothing we have provided. So we need to mention the keyword DESC for ordering it into descending. Now execute this. Now here we are getting Sauri, which has 1,50,000 salary, and Ashish, who have 1,42,000 salary. So our final answer will be only Ashish record because we want the second highest salary. So how to do this? Now we will use this particular query as a derived table. Okay. So how to use like this? So select star from this particular query we will fetch the record. Okay. So make it as a derived table. Now mention A. So now this particular query will work as a derived table, and then we need the top one record here, and top one record will be the order by employee salary ascending. Now the ascending order. So order by employee salary ascending, ASC. Okay. And this will provide us Ashish record. Okay. Execute this. Now see, it is the second highest salary, which is Ashish record 1,42,000. So this is the final query that you will need to provide to the interviewer. Okay. Now move on to the next question quickly. So next what we have the write the query to get the department and department wise total salary from company employee table. Okay. So basically here we want the department and department wise total salary. Okay. So for total salary we need to sum up that salary and we need to group it by department. Okay. So now you will see here, comment this out. So first of all we need the department. So select first we will mention the table name so that intelligence will work for us. So select company employees, and then here we need the department name. So department, and then we need total salary. So sum of salary, sum of EMP salary. And as you know, when we are using an aggregate function, then the column which is not available in the aggregate function, that we need to put it inside the group by clause. and the that particular column which is in group by clause is grouping the result on top of it. So basically we need to group our result on top of department. So now as total salary, and then we need to mention group by department, group by department. Copy this and paste it here, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question, department wise total salary. Okay, so here you can see we are getting total salary by department. Okay, so CS has this much, customer service has this much, and so on. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have, all these questions are very basic questions, but these questions people will make mistakes, so be prepared for your interview by using these questions. So third question is like write the query to get the department and department wise total salary. Display it in ascending order according to salary. So basically we want the department and department wise total salary, same query as above that we have used, but we need to order our result by total salary here. Okay. So now copy this and move on to SSMS and check how we will do this. Okay. So first of all, we will check the first query. Before this, what we have done, we have taken the department wise employee salary we have extracted. Okay, in the second question. So uncomment this first and then check our result. So you can see here the salary is not in any particular order, but here in the third question we need to order it in ascending order of the salary. So how to do this? First copy the question, copy the same solution, and we will apply it here. Now uncomment this. So basically we need to order our result by ascending salary. So here we are finding department wise salary, total salary. Okay, department, then sum we are doing for the salary, and then grouping our result by department, and then we need to order our result also, ORDER, order by employee sum of employee salary in ascending order. So we need to mention ASC, or even if we don't mention, then it will take it by default because ascending is coming by default. Now execute this, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Now execute this and check the result. So here you can see department wise total salary in ascending order. Okay, so this is clear. Okay, now move on to the next question. So next what we have, the fourth question. So fourth what we have, write the query to get the department and department wise total salary, display it in descending order, or, according to the salary. So basically here in this particular result we need to order the by descending salary. In the first we have done, before one we have done in ascending order, now we need to order in descending order, the same thing. Okay, so basically more and more practice for these will make thing happen in the interview. So that is why we have some of the questions similar to each other. Okay, because these are some important concepts that you need in the interview. Okay, so the similar query we will use. So here we are getting department wise total sum, total salary. Okay, and grouping by department, and then here we have done the order by sum of employee salary ascending, and in this particular question we need it in descending. So write the keyword DESC, and mentioning DESC is mandatory because by default SQL Server is providing ascending order, and for ordering in descending we need to explicitly mention DESC, descending. Okay, now execute this, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Okay, so see here all the department wise total salary is ordered in descending order. Okay, now this is clear. Move on to the next question. So after this what we have the fifth question. So where write the query to get the department and gender wise total salary, display it in descending order according to salary. So basically here we need our result of department and gender, and we need to find out the total salary by department and gender both. Okay, so how to write this? Now move on to SSMS and paste this question first. So here we want department and gender wise total salary, and then we need to group our then we need to order our result by descending order. Okay, so comment this out and check the query for this. So basically here we want the select, then first we mention the table name so that intelligence will work for us, from company employees table, and then here we want the department comma the gender, and then we need the total salary. So sum of EMP salary as total salary, say LARY, total salary. And then we need to group our results set by department and gender. So group by department comma gender. Okay, copy this and paste it here. And then at last we need to order our result by descending of total salary. So order by sum employee salary descending, sum of employee salary descending, DESC. Okay, now this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer. Now execute this and check the output. So output for this is, see, we are getting department wise, gender wise, total salary. Okay, so CS male has this much total salary, IT male has this much total salary, then CS female has this much total salary, and so on. Okay, now move on to the next question. So comment this out. And after the fifth question, we have the sixth question. What it is telling? So sixth, it is telling, write the query to get the department total number of employees per department, total salary with respect to department from company employees. Okay, so basically it is telling us to find out department wise total number of employees and total salary. So here we need to use two functions, which are count and sum of salary, and that record should come in the order of department, or department wise salary should come. Okay, so department wise total number of employees per department and total salary with respect to department from company employee table. So this is also a very basic question, but means in interviews these are generally asked to check your basic skills. So here we need the select from company employees, and then here we need to mention what are the columns we want. We want the department, and then we need the, for total employees, what we need to do, we need to use count of employee ID. Okay, employee ID, count of employee ID as number of employees, number of employees, number of employees, and then we need the total salary. So sum of EMP salary as total salary. Okay, so this is clear. And now we need to group our result by department so that the result set will come department wise. Okay, so this is clear to everyone. Now group by department. Okay, so this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer. Now execute this and check the result set. So here we are getting department wise total number of employees and then total salary. So CS has 13 employees and this is the total salary. Customer service has 6 employees. This is the total salary, and so on. Okay, so this is the final question, query for your answer. Now move on to the next question. So after this, what we have? Seventh question. So get department wise average salary from company employee table, order by salary ascending. Okay, so basically here we need the average salary department wise. Okay, so this is also very basic question. How to do this? Now move on to SSMS, paste this question and check the solution for this. So basically here we want to find out the average of salary. So we have an inbuilt function which is AVG in SQL Server, which is providing the average of a result set. So here we need the average of salary department wise. So first of all, write select from company employees table, and then what we need, the which columns we need, select department, and then comma average of AVG, average of employee EMP salary as AVG salary, average salary. Okay, and this is the, then we need to group our result set by department. So what will happen if we don't group our result? So we can execute here. So you can see here we are getting an error like column company employees dot department is invalid in the select list because it is not contained in either an aggregate function or a group by clause. So if we are using a aggregate function, so either the column should be in aggregate function, or if the column is not in aggregate function, then it must be in the group by clause. Okay, so these already we have discussed in detail, but this time also we will discuss this thing. So now we need to group our result set by department. So group by department, because we need average salary by department. Okay, and then at last we have to order our salary by ascending order. Okay, order salary by ascending. So how to do this now? Right, order by average employee salary, and then we can keep it like that also, or we can mention the ASC keyword also, because by default SQL Server is ordering the result set by ascending order. Okay, now execute this. So this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer. So customer service has the lowest average salary, and HR, then after that payroll, then CS, then IT. Okay, so this is clear to everyone. Now move on to the next question. Comment this out. So next what we have, the eighth question: get department wise maximum salary from company employees table, order by salary ascending. Okay, so here we want the maximum salary, department wise maximum salary, and we need to order our result by ascending order of the salary. Okay, so for this we need to use the max function. Okay, so max of salary we need to find out department wise. So this is also a basic question, but mostly it is asked. So how to write the query for this? So select from company employee table, and then here we need the department. One second, here we need the department, and then we need the maximum salary as per department. So for finding the maximum value we need to use max function. Okay, max of emp salary as maximum salary. Okay, from company employee, and then we need to group our result set by department, because department wise maximum salary we want. So group by department. Okay, and we need to order our result set in ascending order of the salary. So here you can see. Now and last we need to mention order by maximum salary. So now by default it is ascending, so we will keep it like this. So this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Now execute this. So here you can see customer service has the maximum salary of this much, HR has this much, IT has this much, payroll has this much, and CS has this much. Okay, so this is clear to everyone. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have, ninth question. So get department wise minimum salary from company employee table, order by salary ascending. So for minimum what we need to use, we need to use the mean function. For maximum we use max function, and for minimum we need to use mean function. Okay, now copy this and paste it here. One second. Okay, now make it little bit visible. So we need department wise minimum salary. So how to write the query for this? So we need to use mean function. Okay, so select from the company employee table, company employees table, and then what we need the department, and then we need the minimum salary. Okay, so here we can press a tab. Okay, and then mean function we will use for minimum salary, mean emp salary as minimum salary. Okay, and now we need to group our result set by department, then group by department. Okay, and at the last we need to order our result set by salary ascending. So write this, order by mean salary, and then ascending. By default it is ascending. So this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Now execute this. and check the result set. So customer service has, this is the minimum salary for customer service, payroll has this much, CS has this much, HR has this much, and IT has this much. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have, let it comment and then move to the next question. So 10th question, 10th what we have, get department wise maximum salary and the employee first name having the maximum salary from company employees table order by salary ascending. So basically here we need the maximum salary also department wise, and employees first name means those employee who have the maximum salary, their first name we want. So basically this is a very good question and very important question and a bit complex question. So here we need to use the sub query also with the group by clause. Okay, so how to do this we will check now. Okay, comment this out. So here we need the uh, one second, commenting it. Okay, so get the department wise maximum salary and employee first name having maximum salary from company employee table. So how to write the query for this? So here we need the select from company employee table, and then we need the department, then we need the first name. Okay, one second, then we need the first name, f name, and then we need the salary. So maximum salary will come in sub query. Okay, so just mention here the emp salary, and then in the sub query we need to mention the other part. So where employee salary in, employee salary in. So basically we have created a very detailed video on how to use the subqueries and types of subqueries, so you can visit to our channel and go through that particular video also, so that you will get a proper concept on how to use the subquery and where to use the subquery and types of subquery and all. So each and every section we have covered there. So here we need to use the subquery. So where employee salary in, select, then we need the max salary, max emp salary, max emp salary from the company employees table, from the company employees table, and then here we need to group our result set by group by department. Okay, so this will provide us department wise maximum salary. This particular subquery will provide us department wise maximum salary, only the salary part it will provide, and then we are filtering our result from this particular salary. This these salaries means the maximum salaries. Now this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer. Okay, so execute this and check the result set for this. So here we are getting department and department by the first name of the employee who has the maximum salary. So for CS, Christopher has the maximum salary which is the 80,000. For HR, Jennifer has maximum salary which is 80,000, and so on. For payroll, Alka has the maximum salary which is 1,28,000, and IT, Ashish has the maximum salary 1,42,000, and this is the final result. Okay, now move on to the next question. So after this what we have, so go to the PPT and check. So now we have the set 2. So basically for set 2 we have also one separate table which is project detail table. So we need to check that also, and then we will proceed with the 11th question. So first read the question, write down the query to fetch project name assigned to more than one employee. So what are the details we have in the project detail table? We will check once and then solve this particular query. So right click on the table name, then select top 1000 rows. So here we have the project ID, employee ID, project name, and then project start date and the project progress column. Okay, so what is the question? Now paste the question here. So we need to fetch the project name assigned to more than one employees. Okay, so here you can see these projects are assigned to more than one employees also. So this employee ID is coming from the company employees table. Okay, now we will check what are the projects which are assigned to more than one employees. So for this, how to write the query? We need to use the group by and having clause both, having clause also. So select from project detail table, and then here we need the project name, project name, and then the count of employee ID. Okay, and we need to check whether the count is greater than 1 or not. Okay, so then count of employee id as employee count, and then we need to group our result set by project name. So group by project name, and then we need to check which are the employees having the which are the project which have more than one employees. Okay, so basically you need to mark this particular thing, that here we cannot use where clause for filtering, because the filtering on aggregated columns will take place only by having clause. With aggregate function we cannot use the where clause. Okay, so this is a major difference between where and having clause, and that you can also check on our channel, the elaborated videos for more details. Okay, so group by project name, having count of employee id count of employee id greater than 1. Okay, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this, and this is a very important question, so mark it as very very important. So these are the products which have more than one employees assigned. Okay, so budget analysis, campaign analysis, these have three employees. Okay, now move on to the next question. Next question, what we have, control R, and then check for the next question. Next question, we have the 12th question. So get employee full name, project name, order by first name from company employees, and project detail for those employee which already have assigned project. Okay, so basically here we need to join our result set from both in company employee table and project detail table. So join we need to use here, and what kind of join you need to use, if you understand that thing, then half of the question will be over there only. Okay, so first of all paste the question here, then we will divide it into separate part and try to resolve this question. Okay, so here we need the employee full name. So employee full name will be first name plus the last name, and then the project name, and then we need to order our result set by first name. Then for those employee which already have assigned projects. So basically here you can see those employee who have the assigned project will must available in project detail table also, and must available in the company detail also. So in that scenario what we need to use, where both left and right table contain the records, so we need to use the join, inner join. Okay, so basically on join we have made a detailed video on our channel, and that is a very good video. From there you can know how the joins are working and which join to use when. Okay, so you must go through that particular video so that you will get a detailed knowledge on joins, and join is the most important part of the SQL development. Okay, so join is everyone must know join. Now try to resolve this particular question, comment this out. So how to resolve this? So select, and then first of all we need to join both the tables from company employee table, and then give it an alias like CE, and then do an inner join between them, join project detail table, and give it alias PD, and then on which column both will join, employee ID column, because employee ID column is the foreign key in the uh, project detail table, and primary key in the company employees table. Okay, so join CE dot employee ID employee ID CE dot, sorry, that is why the intelligence is providing us a wrong result. So employee ID employee ID equals to, so on clause, here we missed the on thing. So on CE dot employee ID equals to PD dot employee ID. Okay, so this is the join condition, and now what we need, we need the employee full name. For employee full name what we need, so F name CE dot F name. So always provide the alias name while using the join condition, so that no means you will not find out the ambiguous error. So CE dot first name, CE dot f name, and then concat it. So how to concat two strings, that video is also available on our channel. You can visit there and watch that thing also. So a detailed knowledge about this also you will get. And then ce dot lname, last name. This is the full name as emp full name. Okay, this is clear. Now put the comma, and then we need the project name. So pd dot project name. Okay, so this is the final query that we need to provide to the interviewer. Okay, so basically here we are finding out those employee who have project assigned. So if project is assigned to that particular employee, then both the results will be available in both the tables. So all the matching records from both the tables we need. So that is why we are using the inner join. Okay, so either you can provide the inner join, inner as the prefix, or you can use join also. So both will work similarly. Okay, now execute this and check the answer. So here we are getting employee full name and project name, those employee to whom project are assigned. Okay, so now this is clear to everyone. Now move on to the next question. Comment this out and check out the next question. So next with what we have the 13th question. So get employee full name, project name, order by first name from company employee and project detail for all employees which are not assigned project, which have not assigned project. Okay, so those employee detail we want here which have no projects assigned. So how to find out? So that employee detail will be available in company employee table but not available in project detail table. Okay, so for that what we need to use, we need to use the left join, because left join will provide all the common records and those records which are available in the left table, which is our company employee table in this case, and will not provide the records of right table which are not available in the left table. So right table is project detail table. Okay, so now write the query for this and we will check how to find out the result. So select and then from company employee table ce join left join with project detail table pd on ce dot employee id equals to pd dot employee id. Okay, so the join condition is clear here. Now we want the full name. So full name, how we will write? Full name will be ce dot first name, then plus space, then plus ce dot last name as emp full name, and then we need the pd dot project name. So what project name we want? Okay, project name we need to add project name. So those employees we want the record of those employees who have no assigned projects. So if they have no assigned project, then the project name will be null. So that condition also you need to mention here in the where clause. So left join we are doing, and then we are finding those records where the project name is null. So where pd dot project name is null, and this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer. Now execute this and check the result set. So here we are getting those employee details who don't have any project assigned. Okay, so this is clear to everyone. Now move on to the next question. So after this what we have, we will check, comment this out, press Ctrl R, and then move to the next question. So next we have the 14th question. Get employee name, project name, order by first name for company employee and project detail for all employees. If project is not assigned, then display no project assigned. So basically this is the same question, but here we need to use one more thing, which is null. Basically what we need to apply, we will move to SSMS and then check how to write this query for this. So here also we need the employee name and the project name for those employee to whom project is not assigned, but instead of displaying null, so here as we have seen in the previous question, that here for those employees the project is not assigned, then the project name is coming as null. So now in the second question what it is telling, so copy this particular solution. So it is telling like no project assigned need to be displayed in place of null. Okay, so same thing, just we need to provide is null condition. Okay, so here we are doing the same thing. We are finding out the, comment this out, we are finding out the employee name, like employee first name plus space plus employee last name as the employee full name, and then we are finding out the employee project name, and then we are doing the left join between company employees and project detail, so that we will get the details of those employees who have no project assigned. And then here we are finding the condition like where project name is null. So now here we need to put a condition like is null, and then pd dot project name. Then in, if it is, if the pd dot project name will come null, then we need to provide this particular string as the output, which is no project assigned. And what is the functioning of is null? I will tell you. The is null function will provide you the value which you have assigned if the particular column is providing you null value. Okay, so it will replace the null value from the given value, is null function. Okay, so now when we execute this result, then how the output is coming. So see here, we are getting the alias is missing here. We can provide a alias also as project name and then execute this. See here, we are getting the result set like if the project name is null, then we are getting no project assigned. Okay, so this is clear to everyone, and is null function is very very important. So keep it in mind for interview purpose also, and when you are going to work in companies also, then is null function you are going to use very much. Okay, so now move on to the next question. So next what we have, next we have the 15th question. So get all employee name even they have not matched any employee ID in the left table. Order by first name from company employees and project name from project detail. Okay. Now copy this particular question and move on to SSMS and check what is the requirement of this particular question. Okay. So it is telling get all project name even they have not matched any employee ID. Okay. In the left table. Order by first name from company employee and project name from project detail. So basically it is telling us find out the result set where no employee is assigned any project. Means here we need to find out the name of the project which have no employees assigned. Okay, so those projects which are not assigned to anyone, that detail we need to extract here. So how to write the query for this? So basically here we need to apply the right join, because we need the all the records from the right table which are not available in the left table, which is company employee table in our case, and project detail is the right table. So we will apply a right join and then put a null condition for employee name. Okay, so this is clear to everyone. Now you write the query for this. So select from company detail table, company employees table, and then write the alias as CE, and then right join, right join. So which type of join you need to use? If you understand that thing, then half of your question is over at that place itself. Okay, then right join with project detail table PD, and the condition will be PD on ce dot employee ID equals to PD dot employee ID. Okay, and then here we need the first name. Keep the first name for now only, that first name will work. So first name and then ce dot first name. So ce dot first name, and then we need the project name. Okay, comma the project name. So pd dot project name, and those project name we want which don't have any employee assigned. So in that case the ce dot first name will be null. Okay, now where clause will come here, where ce dot first name is null. Okay, so basically here we are finding those projects which are not assigned to any of the employee. And here why we are using the right join, because we want all the records from the right table which are not available in the left table, which is company employee table. Okay, Now this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Now execute this and check the result set. So here you can see first name is coming as null, and these are the projects which are not assigned to any of the employee. Okay, now move on to the next question. So next what we have, next question is 16th question. So here what we need to find out, get complete record, employee full name, project name from both tables, company employee table and project detail table. If no match found in any table, then show null. So basically what we need here, we need to find out the mismatching records between both the tables. Okay, so all the records from the left table which are not available in the right table, and all the records from the right table which are not available in the left table. So that much record we want. So for that what we want, no, I told opposite, sorry. So here we want get complete record. So complete record we want all the records from which are not available in the right table from the left table, and all the records from the right table which are not available in the left table, and also the common records also. And if the records are not matching, then show null. Okay, so this is clear to everyone. Now we need to use the full join here, because we need all the records from left table and also all the records from the right table. Okay, and by default it is going to provide null if the records are not matching. So basically we need to put a simple full join between company detail table, company employees table and project detail table. So write it down, select. So employee full name we will write from here, copy from here above query. Okay, it will save our some time of writing. So first of all, write the join condition. Select from company detail table, company employees table, which is CE, and then do a full join from project detail table. So basically full join will provide us all the records from the left table and all the records from the right table. Even they are matching or not matching, that will not affect this particular join. Okay, so PD on CE dot employee ID equals to PD dot employee ID. Okay, and then we need the full name first. So full name we have already copied, pasted here, CE dot first name plus space plus CE dot last name as employee full name, and then we need the project name. So PD dot project name. Okay, and this is the final query that we need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. Okay, so when we execute this, so here we are getting all the records from the left table and all the records from the right table, and those records which are not matching, for them we are getting null values. So you can see here these projects are not assigned to any of the employee, then employee name is coming null, and these employees have no project, then null is coming for the project name. Okay, so similarly other records are also coming. Okay, so this is clear to everyone. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have, next we have the 17th question. So write a query to find out employee first name who have no project assigned, and also project name which are not assigned to any of the employees. So in this case what we want, in this case we want those records which are not matching from both the tables, means those records from the left table which are not available in the right table, and those records from the right table which are not available in the left table. Only the mismatching record we want. Okay, so this how we will find out. Now move on to the SSMS. Here also we will use the full join only, but we will extract only those records which are having null values as the opposite thing. Okay, so how to do this? Copy the before query only. So here also we need to use the full join, but in a different manner. Okay, so for this, uncomment this. So basically full join what it is providing, it is providing all the records from the left table and all the records from the right table, even the matching and non-matching. So for those records which are not matching in right table, what we need to do, those are available in left table and not available in the right table. So those record will have null as the project name. Okay, so for that we need to put a where condition for PD dot where PD dot project name is null. And what this will provide, this will provide us those records which are available in company employee table but not available in project detail table. And now we also need those records which are available in project detail table but not available in company employee table. So here we will use the or operator. Okay, because or operator will work for each of them. Even this is true, then it will work. Even the second one is true, then also it will work. Or even the both will be true, then also it will work. Okay, so and or operator we have already discussed in our channels in a complete series on SQL Server. So that video you can go and check also for more detail and better understanding. Okay, so put a or condition and then copy this particular thing and then put. So if the project is not assigned to any of the employee, then this particular condition will come as is null. Okay, so this will provide us the records which are available in the project detail table but not available in the company employee table. Okay, now execute this and this is the final query. So here basically what we are doing, we are finding out the full name then project name from company employee table and then joining it with the full join we are doing with the project detail table, and then we are finding those results which have project name as null and then full name as null. Okay, now execute this and this will provide us the mismatching record between both the tables. So see here we are getting 23 rows and these are the projects which are not assigned to any of the employees and these are the employees which don't have any project assigned. Okay, so this is clear to everyone and this is a very important question. You can mark this as very important. Okay, now move on to the next question. So next question what we have, 18th question. Write a query to find out the project name which is not assigned to any employee and display no one is working on this project as employee name. Okay, so basically this is the same question, but here instead of showing null as employee name, we need to display no one is working in this project. Okay, so how to write this? So basically we need to use the right join and then we need to display no one is working in the project in place of null employee name. Okay, so this is clear to everyone. Now write the query for this, comment it out. So similarly we will use first name only. Okay, so select, first write the join condition from company employees as C and then do a right join because we need those records which are available in project detail table but not available in company employee table. Okay, so join is a very important concept in SQL. Okay, so everyone must know everything about joins. Okay, so you must go and check the video after this particular exercise. Check the joins video that we have uploaded on the channel. That is a very good explanation and best explanation I can say. Means any interview you can crack for join by using that particular single video. Okay, so now put a right join on project detail table. So project detail table provide a alias like pd and then join will be on ce dot employee id must be equal to pd dot employee id. Okay, and in the select clause we need the first name f name ce dot first name ce dot f name. Okay, comma pd dot project name we want. So similarly here also we need to use is null, but here in this case we need to use is null for first name not the project name because project name we want. So pd dot project name and then we need all the record which are available in project detail table but not available in company employee table. So where ce dot f name is equals to null is null comma is here, so is null. Okay, and now here we need to apply the is null condition. So if first name is null then we need to provide this particular string value, no one is working on this project. Okay, now write it down and provide a alias as f name and then put a comma here. Now this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question. So execute this and check the result. We are getting in place of first name we are getting no one is working on this project and the project names. Okay, so this is clear to everyone. Now move on to the next question. So next what we have, the 19th question. Write down the query to fetch project name on which more than one employee are working along with the employee name. Okay, so this is a very important question. So you must mark this question as very important, because this will be must asked in your interview. Okay, so be prepared for this because it will contain most of the concept, like subquery concept also we need to apply, and then group by concept also we need to apply at the same time. So write the query for this. So basically what we need here, we need here all the project names on which more than one employee is working. Okay, so and also the employee names. So how we will write this? So write a query like select from project name to project detail table, and then what are the columns we want here? So we want here the mm, 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 mm. we want here project name. Okay, and we also need to join this by company employees table, because we don't have employee name in project detail table. So write like pd and then do a inner join, because we need those employee which have assigned project. Okay, and join it by company employees table like ce on what condition, on pd dot employee id equals to ce dot employee id. Okay, and then what we need, then we need the full name only we will check, first name only we will take in this case. So f name, f name, and put the alias for these columns like pd dot, from pd table it is coming pd dot, and for this ce dot, and then the most important part will come. Then we need to find out those employee who have more than those projects who have more than one employees working. Okay, so for that we need to write down a subquery. So where pd dot project name, pd dot project name in, and then we need to write the subquery. So select project name, select from project detail table, and what we need to select project name from project detail table. Then we need to group our result. Okay, group by project name, and then group by project name. Here we need to apply the group by in the subquery level, and then we need to check having having count of employees, count of employee id, employee id greater than 1. Okay, so this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer. So the level of question will be increasing day by day, and you will be going through zero to hero. So that is why I will recommend to go through each part one by one, so that you will get a better clarity on how to resolve the questions and what kind of questions will come in your interviews. Okay, so now execute this, because preparation before the interview is very important for anyone, even the working professional, even the noobs, or even the beginners. So everyone need to practice. Without practice nothing will happen. Okay, so now you can see here we are getting the projects and the employee names which have more than one, those projects which have more than one employee. Okay, and now this will be much clearer if we order by project name. Okay, so order by pd dot project name, then the result set will be much clearer. Okay, so this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question, and this is a very important question. So here you can see budget analysis has 3 employees like Daniel, and then Matthew, then Vikash, and then campaign analysis have 3 employees, investment planning has 3 employees, and so on. Okay, so this is providing you the detail of those projects who have more than one employee assigned. Okay, now move on to the next question. So after this what we have, comment this out, and after this we have the last question. That will be very simple question. So here we have the complete calculate total project progress per project. So this is a very simple question. Here we just need the total project progress per project. So how to resolve this? So write a simple query like select from project detail table. So what we need the project name, project name, project name, and then we need the sum of progress. Okay, so write the second part, which is sum of project progress, project project progress as total progress, total progress, and then we need to group our result set by project name. Okay, then group by project name. So this is the final query that you need to provide to the interviewer for this particular question, and this is a very simple question. Here you can see project wise total progress it is showing, and these three projects are not assigned to anyone, so no progress is there. Okay, so thank you for watching, and many more videos are going to come, and part 5 is going to launch very soon. So be prepared for that, and do like, share and subscribe. Many more videos are on the way, and if you need the data scripts and all the table scripts and the data inside that for practicing, then you can join our Telegram channel. There we are uploading regularly the documents and data sets and other documents also. We that seems important, then we will load there, and many more videos are on the way. And as we have mentioned previously also, we are planning for a master series on SQL Server, which is going to be loaded once we reach the milestone of 500 subscribers, so that more and more people can benefit from that particular series, and we will cover a huge audience for that particular series. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you everyone, and do liking, do subscribing, and do commenting if you need help, and do sharing. Thank you everyone. Thank you.